It's easy to feel like the window of opportunity has closed. We've all been there, thinking that maybe we've missed our chance or that time has passed us by. But here's the truth. It's never too late. No matter where you are in life, no matter how many setbacks you've faced or how far behind you feel, you can still win. Success isn't reserved for the young, the lucky, or the perfect. It's for anyone who refuses to give up, anyone willing to take action, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. In this audiobook, we're going to break down exactly why it's never too late to change your life and how you can start right now. We'll talk about the importance of perseverance, how to build habits that lead to success, and how to turn every failure into a stepping stone. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to start at the top. What matters is that you start where you are and you keep going. So if you've been feeling like it's too late or that you've fallen behind, keep watching. This is your reminder that you can still win, no matter what's happened in the past. Let's dive in and get started on a journey that could change everything for you. Chapter 1. Take action to change your life, starting today. Taking action is the single most important decision you will ever make. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Everything in life remains the same until you take responsibility and decide to move forward. No matter what your circumstances are right now, no matter how much time has passed, you still have the power to change everything. There is no such thing as too late. There is only now, and what you do with this moment will define your future. Most people live their entire lives waiting. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the right mood, or some external motivation to finally push them forward. But waiting is a trap. The longer you wait, the more your fears grow, the more your doubts build, and the more comfortable you become with inaction. Time doesn't stop for anyone. The world keeps moving, and if you don't move with it, life will pass you by while you remain stuck in the same cycle of regret and missed opportunities. You don't need permission to change your life. You don't need someone to tell you that you're ready. You don't need every detail to be figured out. You just need to start. The biggest mistake people make is believing they have to be fully prepared before they take action. That's an illusion. Clarity comes from doing. Confidence comes from experience. Growth comes from stepping into the unknown. If you keep waiting until you feel ready, you will wait forever. Fear will always be there. It will whisper in your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that you'll embarrass yourself. But fear is a liar. It only has power if you listen to it. The moment you take action despite fear, you take control. Every successful person you admire has felt fear. The difference is, they acted anyway. They didn't let their doubts stop them. They didn't let fear dictate their future. They chose to move forward even when it was uncomfortable. That's what you must do. The hardest step is always the first one. Once you take it, everything changes. Suddenly, what seemed impossible starts to feel achievable. The excuses that once held you back lose their grip. Your mindset shifts from "I can't" to "I will." And when you adopt that mindset, nothing can stop you. The key is to take that first step now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, because the longer you delay, the harder it becomes. Most people fail because they rely on motivation. They wait until they feel inspired to act. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. You won't always feel like taking action. Some days you'll be tired. Some days you'll feel discouraged. But that's when discipline must take over. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. It means committing to your goals, even when it's inconvenient. The truth is, success is built on discipline, not motivation. Taking action doesn't mean making huge leaps overnight. It means committing to small, consistent steps every single day. If you want to be healthier, start by drinking more water today. If you want to start a business, research one idea today. If you want to improve your mindset, read one page of a powerful book today. The key is to do something. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Most people overwhelm themselves with the idea of change. They think they need to overhaul their entire life in one massive transformation. But that's not how change works. Real transformation happens in the small daily decisions you make. It's about the small improvements that over time create massive results. The secret to success is simple. Keep showing up. Keep taking action, no matter how insignificant it seems. Every action compounds. Every step forward builds momentum. The biggest reason people fail to take action is that they focus too much on the end result instead of the next step. They get caught up in the enormity of their goals and feel paralyzed. But you don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to know the next move. Stop worrying about step 100. Focus on step 1. Once you take step 1, step 2 will become clearer. Action creates clarity. Excuses will try to stop you. They will sound logical. They will sound reasonable. But they are lies. Every excuse is just a defense mechanism designed to keep you in your comfort zone. Your mind will tell you that you're too old, too busy, too inexperienced, too late. But none of that is true. People have started new careers in their 50s and 60s. People have lost weight after decades of unhealthy living. People have built businesses with no prior knowledge. You are not too late. You are not too far behind. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is action. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Stop waiting for someone to save you. No one is coming. You are the only person who can change your life. And the moment you take responsibility for that truth, you take your power back. Every second you hesitate is a second you could have used to move forward. The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of effort. Think about where you'll be in a year if you keep delaying. If you keep making excuses. If you keep telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow. Where will that lead you? The answer is simple. Nowhere. But now imagine where you could be if you start today. If you commit to daily improvement. If you refuse to let fear control you. A year from now you could be stronger, wiser, more confident. You could be closer to your goals, living the life you once only dreamed of. Taking action will not be easy. You will face challenges. You will experience setbacks. You will have days where you feel like quitting. But those who succeed are the ones who keep going. They push through the obstacles. They embrace the struggle. They understand that every difficulty is a test, and they refuse to fail. Your dreams don't work unless you do. It's time to stop talking about what you want and start working for it. It's time to stop making excuses and start making progress. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment and create the moment yourself. You have everything you need within you. The only thing missing is action. If you do nothing today, nothing will change. But if you take action, everything becomes possible. The choice is yours. Stay where you are, or take control of your future. Don't just think about it. Don't just plan it. Do it. Right now, because your future self is depending on the decision you make today. Chapter 2. Build resilience to overcome every obstacle you face. Life will test you. It will throw challenges at you when you least expect them. You will face rejection, disappointment, failure, and pain. You will encounter obstacles that make you question your strength, your abilities, and your future. But the truth is, you are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond. Resilience is the ability to keep moving forward, no matter what stands in your way. It is the mental toughness to get back up every time you fall. It is the inner strength to face hardship without giving up. And it is the most important skill you can develop if you want to overcome every obstacle you face. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. They understand that setbacks are temporary. They know that struggle is part of growth. They do not see difficulties as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to rise. The strongest individuals are not those who have had an easy path. They are the ones who have endured hardships and used them to build unshakable resilience. If you want to develop resilience, you must stop seeing obstacles as the end of the road. Instead, see them as tests. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every failure is a lesson disguised as disappointment. Every setback is a stepping stone that pushes you closer to success. You cannot control everything that happens in life, but you can control how you respond. And your response is what determines whether you stay stuck or move forward. When you face difficulties, your mind will try to convince you that giving up is the easiest option. It will tell you that you are not strong enough, that the problem is too big, that you do not have what it takes. But those thoughts are just illusions. They are not reality. The only way to prove them wrong is to take action despite them. When you refuse to quit, you build mental toughness. When you keep going even when it is hard, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your struggles. There will be moments in life when everything feels overwhelming. You will experience failures that shake your confidence. You will face situations that make you want to retreat. But resilience means refusing to let those moments define you. It means standing tall even when you feel broken. It means fighting for your future even when the odds seem stacked against you. And the truth is, you always have more strength than you realize. You have survived difficult days before, and you will survive them again. One of the biggest mistakes people make when facing obstacles is believing that they have to handle everything alone. But resilience is not about being isolated. It is about knowing when to seek support. The strongest people are not the ones who never ask for help. They are the ones who surround themselves with those who uplift them. When you are struggling, do not be afraid to reach out. Talk to someone who has been through similar challenges. Learn from those who have overcome adversity. Let their strength remind you that you can do the same. Building resilience also requires changing the way you think about failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as proof that they are not good enough. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. What sets them apart is that they did not let failure stop them. They used it to improve, to adapt, to push forward with even greater determination. If you want to build resilience, you must embrace discomfort. Growth never happens inside your comfort zone. The only way to become mentally strong is to face difficult situations head-on. When you challenge yourself, you expand your limits. When you push through hard times, you become unbreakable. Avoiding hardship does not make you stronger. Facing it does. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you cannot handle a challenge, you will convince yourself to quit. But if you shift your mindset and start seeing difficulties as opportunities to grow, you will approach obstacles with a completely different attitude. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Start asking, what can I learn from this? That small shift in perspective can change everything. Pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from overcoming it lasts forever. The hardest moments in life will not break you if you choose to see them as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Every time you face adversity, you have a choice. Let it weaken you, or let it make you stronger. The decision is always yours. Most people quit when things get tough because they expect life to be easy. But nothing worthwhile comes without struggle. Every success story is built on a foundation of persistence. The people who achieve their dreams are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who fought through every setback, every rejection, and every difficulty. They did not stop when it got hard. They kept going until they succeeded. The key to resilience is focusing on what you can control. You cannot control every event in life, but you can control how you react. You can control your attitude, your effort, your determination. When you stop wasting energy on things you cannot change and start focusing on what you can do, you take your power back. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. Your failures do not define you. What defines you is what you do next. If you keep dwelling on what went wrong, you will stay stuck. But if you use every setback as fuel to become better, nothing can stop you. You are stronger than your fears. You are stronger than your doubts. You are stronger than any challenge life throws your way. But you will only realize that if you keep moving forward. If you quit, you will never know how strong you could have been. If you stop now, you will never see what was possible for you. But if you keep pushing, you will prove to yourself that nothing is impossible. Resilience is not about being fearless. It is about feeling fear and taking action anyway. It is about being knocked down and standing up every single time. It is about refusing to let failure define you. It is about deciding that no matter what happens, you will not break. Your journey will not be easy. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be days when you question whether it is worth it. But if you keep going, if you refuse to quit, you will emerge stronger than you ever imagined. Success belongs to those who refuse to stay down. Strength belongs to those who endure. Victory belongs to those who keep moving forward, no matter how many times they fall. You have everything within you to overcome any obstacle in your path. The only thing you must do is decide that you will not stop until you succeed. No one is born with resilience. It is built. It is developed through action. It is created through hardship. And the only way to build it is to face challenges head-on. Every difficulty you overcome makes you stronger. Every setback you push through makes you tougher. Every failure you rise from makes you unstoppable. You are not here to be defeated. You are not here to be broken. You are here to win. And the only way to win is to keep going. No matter what life throws at you, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way, you have the power to rise. You have the power to overcome. You have the power to succeed. Your future is in your hands. No challenge is too big. No failure is too final. No obstacle is too strong. The only thing that matters is your willingness to keep going. Because if you refuse to give up, nothing in this world can stop you. Chapter 3. Set goals to create a clear path forward. Success does not happen by accident. It is the result of having a clear direction, knowing what you want, and taking consistent steps toward it. Without a goal, you are like a ship without a destination, drifting aimlessly and hoping that somehow you will end up somewhere good. But that is not how success works. You do not stumble upon a great life by chance. You create it by setting goals that give you purpose, clarity, and a strong sense of direction. Many people struggle in life because they never take the time to define what they truly want. They live day by day, reacting to whatever comes their way, without a clear vision of where they are going. Without a goal, you have nothing to focus on, nothing to strive for, and nothing to push you forward. If you want to take control of your life, you must decide what you want and create a plan to achieve it. Goals give you a reason to wake up every morning with determination. They keep you motivated when challenges arise. They give your actions meaning and your efforts direction. Without them, it is easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and unfulfilled. The first step in setting goals is to get clear about what truly matters to you. Many people set goals based on what others expect from them or what society tells them they should want. But real motivation comes from within. If your goals do not align with your values, passions, and desires, you will struggle to stay committed to them. Take time to reflect on what you want in different areas of your life: your career, health, relationships, finances, and personal growth. Think about the life you want to create and the person you want to become. Once you are clear on your vision, you can break it down into specific, actionable goals that will guide you forward. A powerful goal is not vague or general. It is specific, measurable, and actionable. Saying, "I want to be successful" is not a goal, it is a wish. A real goal would be, "I will increase my income by 50% in the next year by improving my skills, networking, and taking on higher-paying projects." That kind of goal is clear, has a deadline, and gives you a roadmap to follow. The more precise your goals are, the easier it will be to take action toward them. Once you have set your goals, you need a plan to achieve them. A goal without a plan is just a dream. You must break it down into smaller steps that you can take daily, weekly, and monthly. If your goal is to get in the best shape of your life, you need to create a workout schedule, adjust your diet, and track your progress. If your goal is to start a successful business, you need to research, create a strategy, and take action every day to build momentum. Success is not about massive, overnight changes. It is about consistently taking small intentional steps that lead to big results over time. One of the biggest reasons people fail to reach their goals is that they lack accountability. When you have no one to answer to, it is easy to make excuses and delay action. That is why it is crucial to find ways to hold yourself accountable. Tell a trusted friend or mentor about your goals. Join a community of like-minded people who will support and push you. Track your progress regularly and celebrate small wins along the way. The more you make yourself accountable, the more likely you are to stay committed. Obstacles will always arise when you are working toward a goal. There will be setbacks, distractions, and moments of doubt. The key is to stay focused and adapt when necessary. When things do not go as planned, do not see it as failure, see it as feedback. If your approach is not working, adjust it. If you face a roadblock, find another way around it. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never face challenges. They are the ones who refuse to let those challenges stop them. Another important aspect of achieving goals is developing the right mindset. Many people sabotage their success because they do not truly believe in themselves. They let fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs hold them back. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough, you will hesitate to take action. You must shift your mindset and start believing that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Confidence is built through action. The more you push yourself outside your comfort zone, the more you will realize that you are stronger than you thought. Time management plays a crucial role in goal achievement. If you do not control your time, you will struggle to make progress. Every day, you are either moving closer to your goals or further away from them. The way you spend your time determines the results you get. If you constantly waste hours on distractions, procrastination, or activities that do not serve your goals, you will find yourself stuck. You must become intentional with your time. Prioritize your goals and eliminate anything that does not align with them. Use your time wisely and make every day count. Consistency is the secret to success. Many people start with enthusiasm but lose motivation when progress seems slow. They expect quick results and give up when things do not happen as fast as they hoped. But success is a long-term game. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to keep going even when it feels like nothing is happening. Progress may be slow, but as long as you are moving forward, you are getting closer to your goal. One of the most powerful things you can do to stay committed to your goals is to visualize your success. Imagine yourself achieving your goal. Feel the emotions of accomplishment, pride, and fulfillment. See yourself living the life you want. The more you visualize success, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the more motivated you will be to take action. Many high achievers use visualization as a tool to program their minds for success. When you see yourself succeeding, you start to believe it is possible, and that belief drives your actions. Along the journey, you will encounter people who doubt you, criticize you, or try to bring you down. Do not let their negativity affect you. Most people who discourage others do so because they have given up on their own dreams. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, support you, and push you to become better. The right environment can make a huge difference in your ability to stay focused and driven. No matter how big or small your goals are, what matters most is that you take action. Many people get stuck in the planning phase, waiting for the perfect time or the perfect conditions, but there is no perfect time. The only way to make progress is to start now, with whatever you have. Do not overthink it. Do not wait for everything to be perfect. Just take the first step, and everything else will fall into place as you move forward. Your goals should challenge you. If they do not make you a little uncomfortable, they are not big enough. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond what feels safe and familiar. Set goals that force you to level up, to work harder, and to become better. The bigger your goals, the greater your potential for transformation. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. The choices you make determine whether you succeed or stay stuck. Take control of your future by setting clear goals and taking consistent action. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not let fear hold you back. Decide what you want, create a plan, and commit to making it happen. You have the power to create the life you desire. The only question is whether you will take action or let another day pass without progress. Chapter 4. Develop discipline to stay consistent every single day. Discipline is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Talent, intelligence, and luck may play a role in success, but without discipline, they mean nothing. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who rely on motivation alone. They are the ones who have built the discipline to stay consistent no matter what. They wake up early, put in the work, and stick to their commitments even when distractions, excuses, and temptations try to pull them away. Most people fail to reach their full potential because they lack consistency. They start strong, full of energy and enthusiasm, but when challenges arise or motivation fades, they lose momentum. They allow procrastination to take over, waiting for the right mood, the right time, or the right circumstances. But success does not wait for perfect conditions. It belongs to those who show up every single day and put in the effort, even when it is hard. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is a skill that you develop through practice. It starts with small decisions, like waking up on time, sticking to a schedule, and following through on commitments. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your ability to control your actions. Over time, these small choices compound, turning into powerful habits that shape your life. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent in every area of your life. One of the biggest myths about discipline is that it requires extreme willpower. The truth is, willpower alone is not enough. If you rely on willpower to force yourself to stay consistent, you will eventually burn out. Instead, discipline is built through structure, routine, and habits. When you create an environment that supports your goals, you eliminate the need for constant self-control. You make it easier to do the right thing because it becomes a part of your daily life. Your habits define your future. Every action you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to or further away from your goals. If you want to build discipline, start by identifying the habits that are holding you back. Are you constantly checking your phone instead of working? Do you waste time on distractions instead of focusing on what matters? Do you make excuses instead of taking action? If you want to change your life, you must change your daily habits. Discipline is not about making one big decision. It is about making the right choices every day, over and over again. One of the most effective ways to develop discipline is to create a daily routine. A well-structured routine removes uncertainty and makes it easier to stay on track. When you have a set schedule for when you wake up, work, exercise, and relax, you reduce the chances of falling into bad habits. Your mind and body adapt to the routine, making it second nature to stay consistent. Instead of wasting energy deciding what to do, you simply follow the structure you have created. Another key to discipline is setting clear rules for yourself. If you leave room for negotiation, you will always find an excuse to break your commitments. Instead of saying, "I will try to work out 3 times a week," say, "I will work out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m., no matter what." When you make firm decisions in advance, you remove the temptation to back out. The more disciplined you are in setting and following these rules, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. Your environment plays a crucial role in your ability to stay disciplined. If you surround yourself with distractions, temptations, and negative influences, staying consistent will be a constant struggle. If you want to develop discipline, you must create an environment that supports your success. If you want to eat healthier, remove junk food from your house. If you want to be more productive, organize your workspace and eliminate distractions. If you want to stay focused, spend time with people who encourage and challenge you to be better. Your surroundings shape your behavior, so design your environment for success. Accountability is another powerful tool for building discipline. When you hold yourself accountable, you remove the option of making excuses. One way to do this is by tracking your progress. Keep a journal or use a habit tracker to record your daily actions. Seeing your progress over time can be a huge motivator to keep going. Another way is to find an accountability partner, someone who will check in with you, encourage you, and push you when you feel like giving up. When you know someone else is counting on you, you are more likely to stay consistent. Most people struggle with discipline because they focus too much on short-term comfort instead of long-term results. They give in to instant gratification, choosing what feels good in the moment rather than what will benefit them in the future. But true success requires sacrifice. It means saying no to distractions, temptations, and excuses, even when it is difficult. The more you train yourself to delay gratification, the stronger your discipline becomes. Each time you resist the urge to take the easy way out, you build the mental strength to keep pushing forward. Your mindset is the foundation of your discipline. If you believe that you are not capable of staying consistent, you will find ways to prove yourself right. But if you adopt the mindset of someone who is disciplined, you will start acting accordingly. Start seeing yourself as a person who follows through, who does what needs to be done, and who refuses to quit. When you change your identity, your actions will follow. Instead of saying, "I am trying to be disciplined," say, "I am a disciplined person." The way you speak to yourself matters more than you realize. Failure is a part of the process. No one is perfect, and you will have moments where you slip up. What matters is how you respond. Do not use a single mistake as an excuse to quit. If you miss a workout, get back on track the next day. If you break a habit, start again immediately. The key is to not let one bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, or a bad year. Discipline is not about never failing. It is about getting back up every time you do. The truth is, discipline is freedom. It may seem like a restriction, but in reality, it gives you control over your life. When you are disciplined, you are not controlled by impulses, distractions, or emotions. You make decisions based on your goals, not on how you feel in the moment. You do not waste time, energy, or potential. You take ownership of your actions and create the life you want. The more disciplined you become, the more power you have over your future. Everything you want to achieve depends on your ability to stay consistent. If you can master discipline, you can master anything. It is the key to success in every area of life: health, wealth, relationships, and personal growth. It is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who remain stuck in the same place year after year. Discipline is not a one-time decision. It is a way of life. You do not have to be perfect to be disciplined. You just have to show up every single day and do the work, even when you do not feel like it, even when no one is watching, even when progress seems slow. The small actions you take every day will compound into extraordinary results over time. Keep pushing forward. Stay focused, stay committed. Build the discipline that will carry you to success. Chapter 5. Learn new skills to grow and expand your mind. Learning new skills is the key to unlocking your true potential. Every time you develop a new ability, you expand your mind, increase your opportunities, and gain more control over your future. Growth does not happen by accident, it happens by intention. If you want to elevate your life, you must make learning a priority. The world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to adapt get left behind. But those who embrace learning, who actively seek out new knowledge and skills, will always find ways to thrive. The greatest advantage of learning is that it compounds over time. The more you know, the easier it becomes to learn even more. Every skill you master adds another layer of strength to your life. It enhances your confidence, sharpens your thinking, and increases your ability to solve problems. It makes you more valuable in your career, improves your ability to navigate challenges, and gives you a greater sense of fulfillment. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They never stop growing, never stop improving, and never settle for what they already know. Most people stop learning after they leave school. They assume that education ends with a diploma, but that mindset is what keeps them stuck. The most important learning happens outside of the classroom. It happens when you take charge of your own growth, when you seek out new knowledge, and when you apply what you have learned in real-world situations. True education is not about memorizing facts. It is about developing skills that allow you to think critically, adapt to change, and take action. One of the most powerful ways to accelerate your learning is to challenge yourself with something new. The human brain thrives on novelty. When you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you activate new neural pathways and strengthen your cognitive abilities. If you only do what you already know, your mind becomes stagnant. But when you take on new challenges, you force your brain to grow. Every time you struggle with something difficult, you are building mental strength. Learning is not supposed to be easy. It is supposed to push you beyond what you thought was possible. To truly grow, you must embrace the beginner's mindset. Too many people let their ego get in the way of learning. They avoid new challenges because they do not want to look foolish. But every expert was once a beginner. Every master started as a student. The only way to get better at anything is to be willing to fail, to make mistakes, and to keep going despite setbacks. The fear of looking inexperienced holds more people back than anything else. But if you can push past that fear, you will open yourself up to endless possibilities. The best way to develop new skills is through deliberate practice. Simply going through the motions is not enough. If you want to improve, you must push yourself beyond your current abilities. This means setting specific goals, measuring your progress, and focusing on the areas where you need to improve. It means seeking feedback, analyzing your mistakes, and making the necessary adjustments. Growth does not happen through mindless repetition. It happens through intentional effort. One of the biggest barriers to learning is the belief that you do not have enough time. But the truth is, you have time for whatever you make a priority. The difference between those who grow and those who stay stagnant is how they use their time. Instead of wasting hours on entertainment, distractions, and mindless scrolling, use that time to build a skill that will add value to your life. Even 30 minutes a day can lead to massive improvements over time. Small, consistent effort is far more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. Another critical factor in learning is choosing the right environment. If you surround yourself with people who do not value growth, it will be harder to stay motivated. But if you are in an environment that encourages learning, you will naturally absorb new knowledge and skills. Find mentors, join communities of like-minded individuals, and immerse yourself in a culture of continuous improvement. The people you spend time with will influence your mindset more than you realize. Reading is one of the most effective ways to accelerate learning. Books contain the knowledge and experiences of the greatest minds in history. If you want to develop a new skill, chances are there is a book that can teach you how to do it. But reading alone is not enough. You must apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is useless. Make it a habit to implement what you read in your daily life. Even one small action taken from a book can create a ripple effect that transforms your life. In today's world, learning has never been more accessible. You have access to endless resources, online courses, podcasts, videos, and articles that can teach you anything you want to know. There is no excuse for not learning. The only thing stopping you is your willingness to take action. If you are serious about growth, take advantage of every learning opportunity available to you. Instead of passively consuming content, actively seek out the knowledge that will help you move forward. The secret to mastering new skills is consistency. Most people start learning something new but give up too soon. They expect results overnight, and when they do not see immediate progress, they quit. But real growth takes time. The key is to keep showing up, even when progress feels slow. Every skill follows the same pattern: struggle, repetition, and eventual mastery. If you can push through the struggle, you will reach a point where things start to click. A common mistake people make is waiting for the perfect moment to start learning. They tell themselves they will begin once they have more time, once they feel more motivated, or once conditions are just right. But the perfect time never comes. If you want to grow, you must start now. Do not wait until you feel ready. Take action anyway. The sooner you start, the sooner you will see progress. Failure is an essential part of learning. If you are not failing, you are not pushing yourself hard enough. Every mistake is an opportunity to improve. Instead of seeing failure as a sign to quit, see it as a sign that you are growing. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than most people have even tried. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone to success. One of the fastest ways to accelerate learning is to teach what you know. When you explain something to someone else, you reinforce your own understanding. Teaching forces you to break down complex ideas into simple terms, which deepens your knowledge. If you want to master a skill, find a way to share it with others. Write about it, talk about it, and help others learn it. The more you teach, the more you learn. Your ability to learn is your greatest asset. It is the key to adapting, growing, and succeeding in any area of life. The more skills you develop, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Learning gives you the power to shape your future on your own terms. The world belongs to those who never stop improving, who never stop challenging themselves, and who never settle for what they already know. The most important thing is to start. Pick a skill, commit to learning it, and take action every single day. Do not let fear, excuses, or distractions hold you back. The time will pass anyway. You might as well use it to become better, smarter, and more capable. The more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you will achieve. Keep pushing forward, keep expanding your mind, and keep unlocking your full potential. Chapter 6. Embrace failure to turn mistakes into stepping stones. Failure is not the end. It is not a reflection of your worth or a sign that you should quit. It is a necessary step in the process of growth. Every mistake, every setback, every disappointment is an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to become stronger. The people who succeed in life are not those who avoid failure, but those who embrace it. They understand that failure is simply a lesson in disguise, a chance to refine their approach, sharpen their skills, and build resilience. Too many people fear failure because they associate it with embarrassment, judgment, or loss. They hesitate to take risks because they are afraid of looking foolish or making mistakes. But the truth is, failure is the price of progress. You cannot improve without making errors. You cannot reach your full potential if you only stay in your comfort zone. Growth comes from challenges, and challenges come with the possibility of failure. Instead of running from it, face it head on. Think about a child learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they get back up. No one tells them to quit. No one shames them for falling. They simply keep trying until they master it. Somewhere along the way, as we grow older, we lose that natural resilience. We become afraid of making mistakes. But the principles remain the same. Every skill, every achievement, every breakthrough comes after a series of failures. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than most people have even attempted. Thomas Edison, when asked about his many failed attempts to create the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His mindset is what made him a pioneer. He understood that failure was not an obstacle, but a process of elimination. Each mistake brought him closer to success. Imagine if he had given up after his first, second, or even 1,000th attempt. The world would have been a very different place. Every failure carries a lesson. When something does not work, it is giving you feedback. It is showing you what needs to change, what needs to be improved, and what you need to do differently. If you can extract the lesson from each mistake, you will continuously evolve. Instead of seeing setbacks as a roadblock, see them as stepping stones. They are not stopping you, they are guiding you. The key is to approach every failure with curiosity instead of frustration. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to reframe failure as progress. Every attempt, even the ones that do not succeed, is moving you forward. Every time you try, you gain experience. Every effort strengthens your ability. The only people who never fail are those who never try. But those who dare to fail, who take risks, who put themselves in uncomfortable situations, are the ones who eventually achieve greatness. Fear of failure keeps people stuck in mediocrity. It stops them from starting new projects, pursuing their dreams, or stepping outside of their routine. But the only way to build confidence is through action. Confidence does not come from avoiding failure. It comes from facing it, learning from it, and proving to yourself that you can overcome it. If you want to grow, you must stop letting the fear of mistakes hold you back. Failure is not personal. It does not mean you are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable. It is simply a part of the journey. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is how they respond to failure. Some people let it break them. Others use it as fuel to keep going. The choice is yours. Will you let failure define you, or will you let it refine you? Most of the time, the fear of failure is worse than the failure itself. People build up scenarios in their minds, imagining the worst possible outcomes. But when failure actually happens, it is never as bad as they feared. They realize that they can recover, that they can try again, that they can move forward. The fear of failure is an illusion. The only way to overcome it is to experience it and see that it is not the monster you thought it was. Every great achievement in history was built on a foundation of failures. Athletes, inventors, entrepreneurs, artists, every single one of them failed multiple times before they succeeded. Michael Jordan, considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time, missed over 9,000 shots in his career. He lost nearly 300 games. He failed over and over again. But instead of letting those failures define him, he used them as motivation to work harder, to improve, to push himself beyond his limits. That is the mindset of a champion. The next time you experience failure, do not dwell on it. Do not let it discourage you. Analyze it, learn from it, and move forward. The faster you recover, the stronger you become. Do not waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Every second spent in self-pity is a second that could be used to make progress. One of the best ways to embrace failure is to set challenges for yourself that stretch your abilities. If you only do what is safe and easy, you will never grow. But if you intentionally put yourself in situations where failure is possible, you will train yourself to handle setbacks with confidence. Growth happens at the edges of your comfort zone. The more you push yourself, the more resilient you become. Do not compare your failures to other people's successes. Social media makes it seem like everyone else is winning, but the truth is, every success story has a behind-the-scenes journey filled with struggles, setbacks, and failures. You are only seeing the highlight reel, not the hard work that went into it. Focus on your own path, not on what others are doing. Your failures are a part of your unique story, and they will make your success even more meaningful. The world rewards those who persist. Many people give up right before they are about to succeed. They experience one failure and assume it is a sign to stop. But the truth is, failure is often a test. It is asking you, how bad do you want this? Are you willing to keep going even when things get tough? Those who push through are the ones who win. Turn failure into fuel. Let it ignite a fire within you. Let it make you more determined, more committed, more focused. Do not let it make you bitter. Let it make you better. Every time you fail, remind yourself that you are one step closer to success. If you want to achieve something great, you must be willing to fail. You must be willing to risk embarrassment, rejection, and disappointment. You must be willing to keep going even when everything seems to be falling apart. Because if you keep going, if you refuse to quit, if you keep learning and improving, success will be inevitable. Do not fear failure, fear staying the same. Fear wasting your potential. Fear never knowing what you could have achieved if you had just kept going. You have the power to turn every failure into a stepping stone towards success. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying. Keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing. Your greatest victories will come from your biggest setbacks. Chapter 7. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Your social circle influences your thoughts, your mindset, and your actions more than you might realize. We often hear the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a reality that shapes your success, your happiness, and your future. If you want to move forward in life, achieve your goals, and reach your fullest potential, it's crucial to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Positive people have a magnetic energy that makes you feel uplifted, motivated, and inspired. They are the ones who encourage you, believe in you, and remind you of your worth when you start doubting yourself. When you face challenges, they are the ones who help you see the silver lining and push you towards solutions instead of focusing on problems. Their mindset is focused on growth, possibility, and potential, and that energy is contagious. Having supportive people around you creates a strong foundation that helps you stay grounded, even during the toughest times. These are the people who cheer for your success, but they also pick you up when you fall. They don't see your struggles as failures, they see them as opportunities for growth. They know that life is a series of ups and downs, and they'll be there to celebrate your victories and stand beside you through your defeats. On the other hand, negative people will drain you. They will point out your flaws, remind you of your shortcomings, and sow seeds of doubt in your mind. They may even undermine your efforts or try to bring you down to their level because they are unhappy with their own lives. Their negativity is like a weight around your ankles, pulling you down and keeping you stuck. The more time you spend around these people, the more you start to absorb their mindset and energy. Before you know it, you're questioning yourself, doubting your ability, and losing motivation. If you find yourself in toxic relationships, it's time to evaluate whether they are adding value to your life. You deserve people who help you grow, not people who hold you back. Positive and supportive individuals don't just make life easier, they make life better. They push you to become the best version of yourself by believing in your potential, even when you can't see it yourself. They don't just cheer you on, they challenge you to rise to the occasion, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to do the work necessary to achieve greatness. It's also important to understand that positive people don't just mean people who always tell you what you want to hear. True support isn't about saying everything you do is perfect. It's about having people who are honest with you but do so in a way that encourages improvement. A supportive person will not hesitate to tell you the truth, even when it's difficult to hear. But their intention is always to help you grow, not to tear you down. They want you to succeed, so they give you the feedback that will help you get better. In the same way, positivity doesn't mean always being happy or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Life is not always easy, and no one expects you to have a perfect day every day. But positive people know how to handle adversity. They know how to keep going even when things get tough. They don't allow challenges to define them. They allow challenges to refine them. Their perspective is focused on solutions, not problems. They focus on what can be done, not what can't. This mindset is something that you can adopt as well when you are surrounded by people who lead by example. When you surround yourself with positive people, you begin to adopt their mindset. You start to see the world differently. You begin to focus on what you can control instead of dwelling on the things you can't. You start taking action rather than waiting for things to happen. Their optimism becomes your optimism. Their confidence becomes your confidence. With the right people around you, you begin to believe in yourself more, push past your limits, and achieve things that once seemed impossible. But it's not just about positivity. Supportive people offer you something even deeper. They show up when you need them the most. Life is full of challenges, and when you are going through a difficult time, having a solid support system can make all the difference. These people will listen without judgment, offer advice when necessary, and help you navigate your struggles. They won't abandon you when things get tough. Instead, they'll stand by your side, providing encouragement, perspective, and love. One of the most powerful benefits of being surrounded by positive and supportive people is that they hold you accountable. They don't let you settle for mediocrity. They push you to achieve more, to strive for greatness, and to continue growing. They remind you of your goals when you forget them, encourage you to keep going when you feel like quitting, and celebrate with you when you succeed. They are the mirror that reflects your best qualities and reminds you of your potential, even when you lose sight of it yourself. When you build a community of people who truly care about your growth, you create an environment that makes it easier to stay motivated and inspired. Your energy is lifted, your mindset is strengthened, and your actions become more purposeful. You start to see possibilities instead of obstacles, and you realize that you are not alone on your journey. The people around you make you feel safe, supported, and empowered. As you seek to surround yourself with positive and supportive people, it's important to be selective about who you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone will contribute positively to your life. You must choose people who bring out the best in you, who challenge you to grow, and who genuinely care about your success. It's okay to let go of relationships that are not serving your growth, even if they have been a part of your life for a long time. Holding on to toxic relationships for the sake of familiarity is a disservice to yourself and your potential. You deserve to have people who believe in you, support you, and push you to be the best version of yourself. This does not mean that you should only surround yourself with people who think exactly like you or agree with everything you say. In fact, diversity in perspectives and opinions is valuable. What matters is that these individuals support you and your growth, that they inspire you to be better, and that they encourage you to keep moving forward even when times are tough. Additionally, as you build relationships with positive people, be sure to give back. Being supportive is a two-way street. It's not just about receiving encouragement and support from others, it's also about being there for them when they need you. Offer your time, your encouragement, and your advice when appropriate. Celebrate their victories and be a source of strength when they are going through tough times. When you contribute positively to someone else's life, you strengthen the bond between you and create an environment of mutual growth. The people you surround yourself with have the ability to shape your life in profound ways. Choose to surround yourself with individuals who make you feel strong, empowered, and capable. Choose people who challenge you to become better, who support you when you stumble, and who celebrate your successes with you. As you build a circle of positive and supportive people, you'll create a foundation that will help you achieve your goals, overcome challenges, and become the person you are meant to be. Chapter 8. Improve your habits to transform your daily routine. Every single action you take, no matter how small, shapes the person you become. Your daily habits create the framework for your life. These habits, accumulated over time, are what determine whether you will succeed or fall short. If you want to transform your life, you must first transform your daily routine. Habits are the building blocks of success, and by improving them, you open the door to a world of possibilities and growth. We often underestimate the power of routine. We think that success is achieved through one big breakthrough or a moment of inspiration, but the truth is, it's the small, consistent actions we take every single day that determine the outcome of our lives. The little decisions you make each day, like how you spend your morning, what you eat, how you interact with others, and the way you manage your time, all add up. Your habits define the trajectory of your life in ways that are often invisible in the moment, but incredibly powerful when you look back over time. To transform your daily routine, the first step is to become aware of your current habits. Take a moment to reflect on your day. What does your morning look like? How do you spend your time throughout the day? What are you doing in the evenings? Most importantly, how are these actions serving your long-term goals? If you are stuck in habits that are not aligned with the person you want to become, you need to change them. But it's not about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about making small, intentional adjustments that compound over time. Start with your morning. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up late, feel rushed, and jump into your day without any structure, you're likely setting yourself up for stress and overwhelm. On the other hand, when you wake up early and take time to prepare your mind and body for the day, you set yourself up for success. Begin by creating a morning routine that includes activities that fuel your mind, body, and spirit. This could be something as simple as stretching, meditating, journaling, reading, or setting intentions for the day. The key is consistency. Make this a non-negotiable part of your routine so that you can start your day feeling focused and empowered. After you've established a strong morning routine, the next area to look at is your daily productivity. What habits are you engaging in during the day that either support or hinder your progress? For example, do you find yourself scrolling through social media for hours instead of working on your goals? Do you procrastinate or waste time on activities that don't align with your long-term vision? These are habits that need to be replaced. Identify what distractions or time wasters are present in your day and start replacing them with productive habits that move you closer to your goals. One powerful habit that can radically improve your day is time blocking. Time blocking is a method where you set aside specific chunks of time to focus on a particular task or project. Instead of being scattered and distracted, you dedicate uninterrupted time to work, allowing yourself to achieve more in less time. Time blocking helps eliminate the chaos of jumping from task to task and provides structure to your day. When you have a clear plan for how to spend your time, you become more efficient and focused, which allows you to accomplish more and move forward with your goals. Another habit that can improve your daily routine is goal setting. Many people fail to achieve their dreams because they lack clarity and direction. They have an idea of what they want, but don't set clear, actionable goals to get there. Take some time each day or week to set goals that are aligned with your long-term vision. Break these goals down into smaller, manageable tasks and set deadlines for yourself. The more specific and measurable your goals are, the more likely you are to stay on track and make consistent progress. Your habits need to be aligned with your goals if you want to achieve them, so make sure that your daily actions are designed to move you closer to the person you want to become. As important as work habits are, self-care is just as crucial in transforming your daily routine. If you push yourself too hard without taking time to recharge, you'll burn out, and your productivity will suffer. This is where habits related to rest, nutrition, and exercise come in. A healthy body and mind are essential for maintaining a high level of energy and focus throughout the day. Make sure that you are taking care of your physical health by eating nutritious food, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. These habits will help you feel more energized, focused, and ready to tackle whatever challenges come your way. Equally important is taking time to nurture your mental health. Habits like mindfulness, journaling, or simply taking a few moments to breathe deeply throughout the day can make a world of difference in your mindset. Your mental state has a direct impact on how you perform and how you feel, so make sure that you are taking the time to center yourself and clear your mind. Whether it's meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment of quiet reflection, these practices will help you stay calm, focused, and resilient, even when faced with challenges. Evening routines are just as crucial as your morning habits. The way you wind down at night has a big impact on how well you rest and recharge for the following day. Instead of mindlessly watching TV or scrolling through your phone right before bed, use this time to reflect on your day, relax, and prepare for tomorrow. You could write in a gratitude journal, review your goals, or engage in light stretching or reading. Creating a peaceful and intentional evening routine will help you sleep better and wake up feeling refreshed, ready to tackle the next day with purpose and energy. Another habit that can transform your daily routine is the practice of reflection. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on how your day went, what you accomplished, and where you can improve. Reflection allows you to assess your progress and make adjustments as needed. It gives you the opportunity to learn from your experiences and continuously improve. By taking the time to reflect on your habits, you gain valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses, which allows you to make intentional changes that will improve your life over time. As you begin to improve your habits and transform your daily routine, remember that consistency is key. It's easy to get motivated in the beginning, but the true power of habits comes from sticking with them over the long term. Don't expect overnight results. Instead, focus on small, incremental improvements that build on one another. Over time, these small changes will add up, and you will begin to see the transformation in your life. The key to success is staying committed to your habits, even on days when you don't feel like it. The more consistent you are, the more these habits will become ingrained in your routine, and the easier it will become to live a life of purpose and achievement. Finally, understand that habits are not set in stone. Life changes, and so will your habits. It's important to remain flexible and adapt your habits as you grow and evolve. As you reach new levels of success, you may find that your routine needs to shift to accommodate new goals or challenges. Embrace this change and continue to evolve your habits to reflect your current needs and aspirations. By improving your habits and transforming your daily routine, you are setting yourself up for success. It's the small actions you take every day that will compound over time to create the life you desire. Start with a few small changes and gradually build on them until you've created a routine that supports your goals, nurtures your well-being, and fuels your growth. The power of habit is undeniable. Harness it and you will unlock your true potential. Chapter 9. Believe in yourself to unlock your full potential. Believe in yourself. It sounds so simple, yet it is the key to unlocking everything you've ever dreamed of. Without belief in your own abilities, potential, and worth, you will remain stagnant, held back by invisible walls that only you have the power to tear down. The truth is, your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. If you can harness the strength of your belief, you can accomplish anything. Belief in yourself is not just a fleeting feeling or a motivational quote you read every morning. It is a deep conviction that you are capable of overcoming challenges, rising above adversity, and achieving whatever you set your mind to. When you truly believe in yourself, you stop doubting your abilities, and you start taking decisive action toward your goals. You realize that setbacks are not signs of failure, but stepping stones on the path to success. The first step in believing in yourself is understanding that you are worthy of success. Many people struggle with self-doubt because they feel unworthy or undeserving of the good things life has to offer. This belief, however, is entirely false. You are worthy because you are human. You are worthy because you have the power to grow, to learn, and to evolve. No matter your past, your circumstances, or the opinions of others, you are deserving of greatness. To cultivate this belief, start by shifting your focus from your perceived limitations to your strengths. We all have unique qualities and talents that make us special. However, too often we focus on what we can't do instead of recognizing what we can do. Write down your strengths, accomplishments, and the positive qualities that make you who you are. These might include your resilience, your creativity, your work ethic, or your ability to empathize with others. When you focus on what you're good at, you naturally start to feel more confident in your abilities. Another powerful way to build belief in yourself is by reflecting on your past successes. Take time to look back at all the challenges you have faced and overcome. Think about the times you succeeded against the odds, the moments when you felt proud of yourself. These experiences are proof of your strength and capability. Even the small victories are important. Every time you overcame an obstacle, you were reinforcing your belief in your ability to handle whatever life threw your way. Remind yourself that if you've done it before, you can do it again. It is also essential to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. Believing in yourself is easier when you have a network of people who remind you of your worth and cheer you on. Negative or unsupportive people can drain your energy and fill you with doubt. You don't need to listen to their opinions because you know who you are and what you are capable of. But having a circle of positive, like-minded individuals can provide encouragement and motivation, especially when you're feeling uncertain. They can serve as a mirror that reflects your potential when you can't see it for yourself. Your mindset plays a critical role in how you believe in yourself. If you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something or that you're not good enough, you are limiting your own potential. Your thoughts shape your reality. So start replacing negative self-talk with affirmations and empowering statements. Speak to yourself as you would to a close friend who needs encouragement. When you practice self-compassion and kindness, you reinforce your belief in your abilities and pave the way for success. Moreover, to truly believe in yourself, you must take action. Belief is not just about thinking positively, it is about taking bold steps toward your goals. Action builds confidence. The more you take consistent steps forward, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes along the way. What matters is that you keep going, keep learning, and keep growing. Each step, no matter how small, is progress. And with every bit of progress, your belief in yourself strengthens. One powerful tool for building belief in yourself is visualization. Imagine yourself already living the life you want. See yourself achieving your goals, experiencing success, and overcoming any obstacles that come your way. When you visualize your success, your brain starts to believe it is possible, and it begins to work toward making it a reality. Visualization helps you feel the emotions of success in advance, which motivates you to take the necessary actions to make that success real. Overcoming fear is another essential aspect of believing in yourself. Fear can hold you back from pursuing your dreams, causing you to second-guess your decisions and doubt your abilities. However, fear is not an indicator of weakness. It is a sign of growth. Fear arises when you are stepping out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. Rather than avoiding fear, lean into it. Embrace it as a natural part of the journey. Understand that it's okay to be afraid, but do not let fear control you. When you take action in spite of fear, you show yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle that stands in your way. Another key to believing in yourself is resilience. Life will test you. You will face hardships, failures, and moments of doubt. But your ability to bounce back from these challenges is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Belief in yourself means that you trust in your ability to overcome whatever life throws at you. It's about understanding that setbacks are temporary and that every challenge is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. At the same time, you must also learn to trust the process. Sometimes, progress is not immediate, and you may feel like you are not getting the results you want. However, every action you take is moving you closer to your goal, even if you don't see the immediate impact. Success is not a straight line. It is a series of ups and downs, of learning, adapting, and growing. Trust that your efforts will pay off, even if the results are not immediately visible. You also need to take responsibility for your life and your choices. Believing in yourself means taking ownership of your actions and decisions. You are the creator of your own destiny. No one else is responsible for your success but you. When you take full responsibility for your life, you empower yourself to make the changes you need to see in order to achieve your dreams. You stop waiting for permission or validation from others and start taking bold steps forward. A big part of believing in yourself is letting go of the past. Too many people are held back by their past mistakes, regrets, and failures. They allow these past experiences to define their future. But the truth is, your past does not have to dictate your future. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are defined by your actions moving forward. Forgive yourself, learn from your experiences, and move on. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Every day is a new opportunity to rewrite your story and create the life you deserve. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Belief in yourself is not something that happens overnight. It's a journey that takes time, effort, and consistent practice. As you continue to take action, push through fear, and build your confidence, your belief will grow stronger. Don't rush the process. Trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and know that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. In conclusion, the power to unlock your full potential lies within you. The key is believing in yourself, trusting in your abilities, strengths, and worth. With belief comes action, and with action comes results. As you embark on your journey, remember that setbacks are just stepping stones. Fear is a sign of growth, and every challenge is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of greatness. Believe in yourself, take bold action, and you will unlock your full potential. Chapter 10. Never give up to achieve success no matter what. Success is not a destination, it is a journey, a continuous evolution that demands persistence, resilience, and unwavering determination. You will face challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt, but the key to achieving success is not giving up, no matter the difficulties you encounter. When you make the decision to never give up, you are committing to push forward despite the hurdles, setbacks, or failures that will inevitably come your way. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to fight for, work toward every single day, and never allow yourself to quit on, no matter how tough the journey gets. In this life, the path to success is often not linear. It is filled with ups and downs, twists and turns that can seem overwhelming at times. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, when your efforts don't seem to yield immediate results, and when it feels like you are getting nowhere. It's in these moments of doubt and frustration that most people falter. But the ones who achieve true success are those who refuse to quit, even when the road seems impossibly long. They know that the greatest victories are often achieved just after the point where others give up. Understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every failure, every setback, and every disappointment carries valuable lessons that can be leveraged to fuel your future progress. Every time you fall, you have an opportunity to get back up, to learn from what went wrong, and to apply that knowledge to improve. The only true failure comes when you give up, when you decide that the obstacles are too great to overcome. So long as you continue to rise after every fall, you are progressing toward your goal, even if it feels slow. One of the most important things to remember on your journey to success is that the path will not always be easy. The people who achieve extraordinary success are often those who have faced the most difficult challenges and persevered through them. Take a moment to reflect on the lives of those who have accomplished great things. Many of them faced hardships, setbacks, and failures that would have caused most people to quit. But they refused to let their circumstances define them. Instead, they used those challenges to fuel their determination. They knew that success required more than just talent or intelligence. It required resilience, perseverance, and the ability to keep going no matter what. When you encounter obstacles, it's easy to start doubting yourself. You might wonder if you're on the right path, or if your efforts are even worth it. You might question your abilities, your potential, or your worth. These doubts are natural, but they must not define you. The most important thing is to acknowledge them and then push through them. Do not allow self-doubt to hold you back. Remind yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Trust in your ability to adapt, learn, and grow from every experience. The first step in never giving up is to set clear, meaningful goals that inspire you. Having a goal is not enough. It must be something that stirs your passion, that drives you to keep going even when it seems impossible. When you know why you're working toward a particular goal, the challenges along the way become just obstacles to overcome rather than insurmountable barriers. Your why will be the fuel that keeps you going when everything else feels like it's falling apart. When you face failure, it's important not to take it personally. Failure is simply an event, not a reflection of your worth or abilities. It is not a permanent state, but rather a temporary setback. Every successful person has faced failure at some point in their journey. What sets them apart is not their ability to avoid failure, but their ability to keep going despite it. The key to success is not perfection, it is persistence. It's about showing up every day, even when the progress feels slow, and continuing to push forward with determination. One of the most powerful things you can do on your path to success is to build a mindset of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to maintain your focus and commitment even when things aren't going according to plan. It's about being able to weather the storm, knowing that eventually the clouds will clear and you will emerge stronger on the other side. Resilience isn't something you are born with, it is something you cultivate through experience. The more you face challenges and continue to move forward, the more resilient you become. It's also essential to remember that the journey to success is not about immediate results. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see fast progress. But great things take time. Success doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent, incremental effort. The key is to stay committed, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Progress is often slow and steady, but with each step forward, you are closer to your goal. Trust in the process and understand that small actions, compounded over time, lead to big results. Another crucial element of never giving up is maintaining a positive mindset. It's easy to become negative when things aren't going well, but negativity will only drain your energy and make it harder to keep going. Instead, cultivate a mindset that focuses on possibilities, on finding solutions, and on moving forward, no matter how difficult the situation may be. When you focus on what you can control and take proactive steps, you create momentum. Even when things don't go as planned, you will be able to adapt and continue on the path to success. In addition to resilience and positivity, another key factor in never giving up is self-discipline. Self-discipline is what enables you to keep going when motivation fades. Motivation can be fleeting, but discipline is what carries you through the tough times. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up every day, staying focused, and doing the work that will move you closer to your goal, no matter how challenging it may seem. When you develop strong self-discipline, you build a foundation of consistency and progress. Surrounding yourself with the right people is also essential. Having a support system of like-minded individuals who believe in you and your goals can make all the difference when times get tough. These people can offer encouragement, share their experiences, and remind you that you are not alone in your struggles. At the same time, it's important to distance yourself from negativity. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who push you to be better, and who help you stay focused on your goals. The power of persistence cannot be underestimated. Every time you face a challenge, every time you push through a setback, you build more strength, more resilience, and more belief in yourself. These small victories add up over time and bring you closer to your ultimate success. But if you give up at the first sign of difficulty, you never give yourself the chance to experience these wins. When you refuse to quit, you open yourself up to the possibility of achieving greatness. Never giving up means making the decision to keep moving forward, regardless of how many times you stumble or fall. It means refusing to let failure define you, and understanding that the only true failure is in not trying again. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and trusting that your efforts will eventually lead to the success you desire. Remember that success is not about avoiding hardship. It's about facing those hardships head-on and finding the strength to keep going, no matter how tough it gets. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. The more you push through, the more you'll realize that you are capable of achieving things you once thought impossible. So never give up. Keep moving forward, and success will come. When you decide to never give up, you make a powerful statement to yourself. You are worthy of success, and you are capable of achieving it. Your commitment, perseverance, and resilience will carry you through the most difficult times. Even when things feel impossible, trust that you are stronger than the obstacles in your path. Keep going, keep believing, and keep fighting. Success is waiting for you, just beyond the point where most would have quit.